Hello, Christina from Red Soul. Thanks for tuning in to this video. Hope you all had a great weekend. I know I had a very relaxing one. I updated my website. If you can go to it, red-soul.org. And some of these videos are also included along with my podcast. I came across a letter, believe it or not, connected to the Daily Wire from Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina. A while back, during one of Joe Biden's, I believe it was his first presidential address, that Tim Scott did a reply of his video talking against or speaking against white supremacy and saying this is not a racist country, and he got a lot of backlash from it, including people like Joy Behar trying to tell black man how to be black, as most liberals like to do with black conservatives, because we cannot be controlled. Well, this weekend I received a letter from him, not directed from him, but it was on my Gmail. I believe I caught it last night. Yes. This is called Uncle Tom Token-Traitor. So it reads, Christina, my grandfather had to leave school as a third grader to pick cotton and never learned to read or write. That was life back in the South in those times, including my grandparents. Alright? Yet, he lived to see his grandson become the first African American to be elected to both the United States House and Senate. So, when those on the left call me token, Uncle Tom, or white supremacist, it is more than just insults typed on my computer. They are words that hurt my soul. You're gonna get that anyway. Even if you were on their side in politics, one thing you disagree with them about, they're still gonna call you names. People are always gonna find something to say about you, whether it's where you live, or the decisions you make, or your physical appearance, the clothes you wear, the car you drive, even the spouse you pick to marry. People are always going to have something to say. And I understand the insults being painful. I don't know how often Mr. Scott experiences these on a weekly basis or whatnot. Heck, every day, if he's receiving death threats. I mean, heck, everybody in the eye's eye is going to experience this. And he closes by supporting him somehow. But I don't understand what the action is going to be, because whether he calls action or not, he cannot stop people from saying things about him. So, I mean, I can understand the protection part of it, but he can't stop people from saying bad things about him. A while back, Daniel Cameron had backlash when he talked about Breonna Taylor. I believe I mentioned this on my videos before as well. Then you had people like currently Larry Elder is getting backlash. I'll play the video when I do my podcast, either tonight or tomorrow, for my next air show this weekend. He's been called a white supremacist and Uncle Tom and Ruckus, or whatever they say. And, you know, he had the interview with Sean, and all he does is smiles about it. I mean, and Daniel Cameron wasn't affected by what these people said about him. Yet, you know, when people like Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson interview these people, they're, upset, especially Tucker. He was highly upset. But these are names that we're used to because, we're a big threat. As Charlie Kirk said on his show, we cannot be controlled. So we have to move forward and persevere, do the duties that we were called by God and serving our country in this way because of that we choose to. Believing in school choice. Most black Americans do not want the police to disappear. And these same liberals are in gated communities where they don't have to worry about violence like that. But yet they want to tell blacks how they should think and how they don't need the cops and the cops are out to get them or whatnot. So it's really ridiculous of the things that's going on and how people respond to certain things. I really encourage him, to either talk to other black conservatives for support, especially veterans like Clarence Thomas. He's called Uncle Thomas, especially by people like Al Sharpton and other names that he's been called. And he's been out for a long time as Supreme Court Justice. Then you have people like Condoleezza Rice, the drawings and the name calling as well. People to this day still call her a war criminal. You have to move on. In her last, I believe the last RNC convention was when Mitt Romney was going for office, and she proudly said she was a Republican, and everybody cheered on, and with her background was unique because she wasn't raised a Democrat like most of us, or have family that's mostly Democrat. Her father started as a Republican because the Democrats refused to allow him to vote. So, which is a background they won't tell you, but that's what Dr. Rice shares when she's talking about her family that she admired so much. I believe they were both teachers, and what did she want to be? It was kind of funny. It was a recent interview of Oprah's class. I think this was a later video, but I just happened to come across it this weekend because I just love hearing her or from her every now and then. That she wanted to be a concert pianist, and instead, after she got her PhD or whatnot, at only 23 years old, she was a professor at Stanford, and after she finished as National Security Advisor and Secretary of State for 8 years, she went back to teaching, because she was finished with the political thing. Now, to this day, I still don't understand why people keep asking her if she's going to run for president, and she keeps telling them, no, she never will. Okay. And then also on my podcast later on, I'm going to talk about this loser that they had on here that's talking about F the police or whatnot. So I got exciting stories in connection to this one that I'm talking to you about. So take a look at on the podcast. I'm on several different ones, like Radio Public and Heart Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Those are just the big ones that you'll come across with hearing my updated podcast. So that's pretty much all I have on my heart this evening. Thanks so much. Pray for our country, the persecuted church. Again, this is Christina of Red Soul, and I'll talk to you super soon.